Okay, so I'm going to work on the connective tissue around the heel of my foot, this area. And it gets really sore and tight, and it's painful to work on it with this tool, which is the best tool for working on it. But it's got to be done, so this is how I do it. I hold it with my hand like that. And then I control the knob with my other hand like that. Now, how do you know that you need to do this? Take your thumb and just mess with it like that and see if it's sore. And if it is, then you do need to do this. It hurts. Hey everybody, I'm out at the barn, and in order to make your foot massage tools, this is what I have to do. I have to bring the bench out and secure it to the side of the barn. And I bought myself a mini bench vise and secured it today to the bench. And now I'm working on a foot friend because I only have one left, and so it's time to restock. I have them assembled, so I'm just doing the finishing work. The assembly work takes quite a bit of time in itself, and now the finish work takes a lot more time. And so if you're wondering why these are $80, well, that is the reason. And so, yeah, basically, that's the deal. Some of the work can be done with tools, and a lot of the work has to be done by hand, like this. And with all these little sandpapers that I made. So, when your calves are tight from walking, standing, etc., then your hamstrings are probably tight too. And your Achilles has tension, and then all of this connective tissue that's wrapping around the bottom of your feet, that gets tight. And it gets sore where it's connecting to the bone in here. And on the other side too. So let's do the other side too. If I can get a good angle on the camera. This side isn't near as sore. It is up in here. Do that one with my thumb. So sometimes it's easier to do things with your fingers or your thumbs, and sometimes it's easier to do things with a tool. With this, it's easier to do it with the tool. Okay, so I don't want anyone to buy these tools unless they're planning on using them. I put a lot of work into these tools, but they're only for people to buy that plan on using them. If you're just going to buy this and throw it in your closet and not use it, forget it. I don't want you to buy it. It's just a waste. We already live in a seriously wasteful world. A lot of people buy these tools and some of them use them and some of them don't. But what they don't realize is that you shouldn't just buy one of those soother massage tools. I know that they're inexpensive, they're only $13 and you just want to try something out. But that's not what you should do. You should also buy a FootFriend massage tool. Okay, so just get serious, buy both. Then you've got the real deal, because this only does little hand tool work, this and that. This does this. That's what really gets it done. That's what really gets the job done. So don't just buy one of those. You'll probably just give up. You'll try and get everything done with this. Like try and do your whole foot like with this every day. That's freaking ridiculous. You'll quit. You'll just quit. So get yourself one of those and get serious and work on your feet every single day. So a few minutes ago, 2 sheriffs dropped by, went up the hill, and then they came back. And I was wondering, like, well, I wonder what's going on up there. And so I asked him when he came back, and he goes, oh, no, nothing. We were just stopping to talk to a femme. And I was like, okay. I don't know what that is. Can somebody look it up? So far, I really like this little bench vise. It was only like 30 bucks. That rubber, that pair of magnetic rubber pieces that hold it in place to keep it from getting scuffed, that was actually like 15 or 20 bucks. So that was damn near like more than half of what the cost of that was, because that's from China. Usually China stuff, I'm not too hot on it, but this seems to be decent. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to sand that. Oftentimes I'll get like a burn mark there. That's got to go, and this has to be nice and flush. And doing it by hand with this is just an arm shoulder breaker. And doing it with this gets her done quick and fast and easy. So I'll show you how I do that. I got my mask on. I gotta put my goggles on too. Hey, it's getting stuff in my eye. So the plan is to make a massage tool that'll last for 500 years and massage feet thousands, tens of thousands of times for God knows how long. That's the plan. So how do I do that part right there in the corners? Very carefully. So I don't mess up that bottom corner. Okay, battery change. Oops. Broke. These have a stink to them, and I don't like wearing them. I gotta figure something else out. for now, that's all I got. Okay. This edge. So now I'm getting the blade down to 150 paper. The blade and the brace that holds the blade. That little piece gives it a lot of extra strength. Without that piece right there, it might not last 500 years. Especially if some big, huge, you-know-what person puts their foot on this. Okay, now I'm going to finish it up by sanding the edges of this with 220 paper. Okay, there it is, sanded down to 220 grit paper. I'm thinking it might be cool to put that rubber on the blade. I put the rubber on the blade. We may try that someday. I'm not so sure that that's such a great idea for these. They get a lot of pressure. You know, the rubber will eventually wear off, but how does it feel? Is it worth it? Is it that good? Okay, so when I came here, I was down and I'd been that way for several days. And, you know, humanity can just do that to me. And a good day of work was exactly what I needed. I got done sanding and almost finishing 3 foot friends and 2 shindigs. One of those I'm going to rubberize. And I got a good feeling that the rubbering is going to be excellent. We'll see. But yeah, you know, there are still problems. I have problems that linger. And until I can get a community formed with like-minded souls, that's just the ultimate goal. You know, until I can be around people that I can groove with, in my life it's just not very good. Humans are very social beings, and I'm no exception to this rule, but there's nobody to socialize with. Everyone's a bunch of So those are my thoughts for today, and I hope that you are well.